All right, what it do, fellas? We are back. I actually wonder. I'll zoom the camera in a little bit more. Let me change the light of this thing. To not be similar. Okay. Oh, it can alternate? That's pretty dope. My webcam does not like that, though. It's trying to adjust to the flame. Let's just put it on the steady one. Nope, that's back to that one. Oh no. That'll kick off in a little bit. It's actually really a heater.
You're always welcome here, noble sir.
There we go. You're bad. Oh, I feel like this isn't gonna be fun. It's gonna make me be a waiter. Smith.
My humble respects, but you know how it is. It's easy to forget.
Believe me, it keeps me up at night, but I just can't give it back.
Oh, let's go back over here.
Why don't you
Ages, and haven't been repaired.
So, I went to see my brother to talk about the inheritance.
But
what
still
it does
alive, isn't he?
Right, but he drools all over himself. And he gets this feeling that his time's nearly up.
Does he get it often?
Nearly all the time. And he's always threatening to leave everything to the church if I don't go and see it.
Aye. Once old folks start getting soft in the head, bad news.
Exactly. Let me tell you, I'd rather die poor but young than to go through that.
Here it comes. My God. I hope it's a quiet evening.
Probably be good to keep notes with me like that, I guess.
To good health!
Ow! What the?
I just don't need that much mint. I'll probably take some weight off of me right there.
How is your sister?
Fine. Why'd you ask?
I heard she was sick. I just wanted to know if she's feeling better.
It was nothing. Just a slight cold. Aye.
Good evening,
Man
Henry.
calling for the priest, but women.
Good evening, Catherine.
Have fun,
I'll drop by
whatever
and
you're
visit
planning.
sometime then.
Feel free. You're no longer.
I'd like to.
What would you...
It seems like.
I don't know.
Will you tell me?
Listen.
I won't make it even shopping right now.
At your service, sir.
Let's see.
Taking their time.
Alright, wait for the bug.
To your health, my friends.
Schenkwert, ich habe Hunger.
Christ, this day is never ending.
May God give
Excuse
you
me?
help.
His name is...
I don't know if I'll be able to make it.
paid you so much up front. You could buy a car.
My humble respects.
Oh, dude, we're coming to fast travel. Damn it. Ah. Come on, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it before the stores close. I put too much crap on me.
Pardon me.
We talked about it at the market the other day.
We talked about the rats in your pantry.
Maybe somebody's working late tonight. Let's see. Come on.
You're always welcome here, good sir.
Damn it. I'm throwing ways for this.
I better not forget about that council assembly. I will go over here. And I think I'm actually on a time frame, so we'll run, drop off
Did you get that new bench?
our
Ours is all creaky.
haul that we have right now.
I'm sorry.
Now you are. Who am I?
What kind of pig was sitting here? Here we are. Ow! What the?
Careful.
Wouldn't do that one. I reckon I could do that. I like that dancing there better.
Onions! Strong onions! White, yellow, and red! The best on the market!
A fine day for some fun. How can I help?
Would you?
Nothing to your liking, sir.
Greetings. But they're first class, I have to admit. Thanks.
Greetings. Surely you can wait a while. I have a customer here. Here you are. The finest fabric. Intricate work. You won't find the likes anywhere else in this town.
No more than I'd expect after the amount they cost. Thanks. I'll gladly recommend you if anyone asks. And you impatient fella, what was it you wanted?
You must be Frank to Cooldown.
I am. And who might you be?
I'm Henry. I heard you were supposed to serve at the City Council Assembly.
I am. What's it to you?
Supposing I took the job on for you. You can put your feet up, fill your belly, and I'll do all the work for you.
Look here. It's not like I'm all that keen on it, but it's well paid. Apart from that, it's a bit of a pain in the arse. Them councillors stuffing their faces and guzzling wine, while I run around like a bugger with pitchers so they don't run dry. Why would you want to stick your nose in there?
Beautiful colours. Striped fabrics.
I want to see the king in the flesh.
Why's that?
I heard a lot about him. How he won lots of battles, how he's courageous, just...
And as bad-tempered as the devil. He's got the councillors shitting themselves, fearing what's coming at this assembly. The more I think about it, the happier I am about not having to be there. To begin with, you'll need confirmation. Can you tell different wines apart and that?
Of course. Who do you take me for?
All right, no need to get upset. Show the confirmation to the head butler. Tell him I sent you and think up some good excuse, clear?
That makes sense.
And you'll need a waiter's livery. I had a brand new one made. Here it is. I look like a prick in it. Hopefully it'll sit better on you. The main thing is, don't lose it before the assembly or get it covered in shit.
Thanks. I won't disgrace you, I promise.
You'd better not.
Let's put that on. We'll hook Henry up with... we're supposed to be kind of in a disguise, I believe. Where's jewelry? Oh, I guess they count jewelry as armor. Okay. With the necklace. I don't really want to put Henry in the. I really don't want anybody to see him looking like a silly waiter either. He'll be in disguise. Okay.
Delicious pears! Juicy!
What do you need,
What do you...
What can you do, sir? Maybe next time.
Besser der Pranger als der Galgen. Da kann man nichts machen.
Excuse me?
Believe you're still single. Did you see the hole by the Krog gate? Don't even start. The siege has been going on for ages, and the city walls still stealing the stone. Suddenly everyone thought
Do you want me to arrest you?
No.
Leave that door be.
Sorry.
but soon enough they'd be carting off half the city.
Be on your way.
So then if the city decided to turn against him again.
Franta Cooldown sent me. I'm to stand in for him at the council assembly.
Franta's not coming? What's wrong with him?
He got as drunk as a lord. Totally pie-faced. Then he fell into a ditch, and now he's staggering around the streets, God knows where.
I might have expected. Once, he turned up with a hangover, and as soon as he smelt wine, he threw up all over the chapel door. I told him if that ever happened again, he was for the boot. Oh, well, you'll have to take his place for today. I've no time to find someone else. We can't be without a waiter here, when the king himself will need waiting on. So, let's have a look at you. Have you got Franta's certificate?
Sure. Here it is.
Everything's in order. Now, about your livery. You've got a waiter's cap, a tunic you have. Hose are good. It's a good thing you've got no steel on you. You need to be light on your feet to run around tables. Everything as it should be. Glad to see it, lad. Do you know what your duties are? For an inexperienced greenhorn like you, it'll be a great responsibility.
Well, I'll happily listen to any advice. I wouldn't want to foul things up.
I should certainly hope not. Now listen. A good waiter should stand in a corner, look willing and ready, and not get in anyone's way. In short, behave as if you're not there. But when one of the gentlemen calls for wine, you run and pour it for him on the double. You'll find the pitchers on a table by the door to the chapel. You take one and go to their table and pour for them. White Tokai or red monastery wine.
White or red, by the door to the chapel. Got it.
But for Councillor Adam of Zarjitz, you must not pour at all. When he drinks, he disrupts and makes trouble. So the assembly has to be interrupted, or otherwise it never reaches an end. We can't allow that to happen in the presence of the king.
All right. Sir Adam of Zarjit stays dry.
And if the king himself wants wine, You pour for him with lowered eyes. Don't look at him. And the most important thing?
Remember who wants what?
That too, but more importantly, do not disturb the councillors at their work. And in general, a good waiter has to be invisible, blind, and deaf.
Oh? I thought I had to keep my ears pricked.
Well, yes, but only to what anyone wants from you. No excuses, and provide everything that anyone understood.
Absolutely. I'm a waiter after all, not some street gossip monger.
Correct. And if you manage not to botch it up, you can even rise on the social ladder, but you'll manage it, right?
I know everything I
I know
need
what I
to.
need. We'll figure it out.
I can do it.
Excellent. Put away your things here. It's easier to serve with a lighter load. You can wait in the cubbyhole for the servants.
Our current Waffenarsenal is a joke, and on top of that, the army was requisitioning from it. Hey, should the town reserve have worse weapons than any Räuber in the domain?
What are you getting at, Eldris?
I'm saying that the bandits who freed Hinnick, the Dry Devil, used that thing. That Hackenbush.
Come now, waiter. I want
hand
bread.
cannon. Can you believe it? Where did they get them?
You're the one who should know where they got them, since you're a gunsmith.
What are you implying, Friedrich? All I'm saying is that they...
We're gonna start that over with, because I definitely was not paying attention to who was out there. Alright, now let's get my full waiter like self in here. Alright, let's see what we got.
The city reserves are in urgent need of new weapons. Unversüchlich. Our current Waffenarsenal is a joke, and on top of that, the army was requisitioning from it. Should the town reserve have worse weapons than any Räuber in the domain?
What are you getting at, Eldris?
I'm saying that the bandits who freed Hinnick, the Dry Devil, used that thing.
I apologize, sir.
That
Which one?
Hackenbush.
Are you colorblind?
Hand cannon. Can you believe it? Where did they get them?
You're the one who should know where they got them, since you're a gunsmith.
What are you implying, Friedrich? All I'm saying is that they had them, Herr God. It is eine Schande when outlaws have better weapons than the city garrison. And Herr König surely knows this too.
What is it, Eldris? You smell a deal?
What I smell is that you're stopping heads.
I'd
You
like
don't
some monastery
realize
wine.
what
Refill my cup,
Schwierigkeiten
boy.
this is. The Dry Devil is running free. There are Raubritter everywhere in the region. We have the army bearing down, and you want to defend yourselves with a few rusty
Monastery wine,
outlaws.
here.
Who is it you want to fight? Exactly. The merciful King Sigismund.
Well, thank the Lord.
Protection, isn't he?
Der König and his army will not be here forever.
Shut up! The king can arrive at any moment.
I fancy some Tokai.
What have you
Refill,
done?
boy.
What then? We're sitting atop the biggest silver heap in the kingdom, and we're supposed to defend it with brooms?
You're right, Eldris. But where can we get the money for better equipment?
We can always confiscate the property of the king's enemies.
thank the Lord.
Nicht wahr?
We are more than familiar with the yeomanly state of our armory, and the king is surely aware of it as well. Maybe if he waived some of the taxes.
The king fears that this town will rise against him. He'll take the arming of the city's militia as a preparation for war.
So you suggest we just wait with arms crossed for the Raubritter to wreak havoc all around?
We can always ask the king to bring order to the realm with his army.
But then the Dörfler will rise up.
I'm afraid I see no solution of the current situation. We shall wait and see what His Majesty thinks about the matter. Maybe we can change his mind. Vielleicht?
I'd like to report to the Honorable Council on the cleanliness of the city and the state of the public baths.
You mean baths or brothels?
Isn't it the same thing?
My cup is empty.
So, the cleanliness of
Pour
the
me some
city
wine.
is not what it should be. The current baths in the city fall far short of covering all the citizens' needs.
You're right. We
The
do have
cathedral
to
will be standing before you bring me
Adam's
that
all
white.
right, but I hear
That's
the
not a good
operating
idea,
baths
sir.
are more
Am
of
I
a
supposed to
pigsty.
die of
They
thirst
still are,
here,
yes.
or what?
But the quality went downhill at Adams, too.
What? Pray tell.
More wine,
I
Master
thought
Bailiff.
you were a frequent customer there. Or has he grown tired of pampering you for free?
It's not about me at all.
I need something from you. There is an item in my study that I confiscated from a female thief. She thought she could wriggle out of it by telling me who the item belongs to.
And what is it?
A silver goblet. She sneaked into Sir Ulrich's house and stole it. No one's noticed the theft yet. But if Ulrich finds out, he'll turn the city upside down to find the culprit. Go and get it. And don't you make a mess there, understand?
Where can I find this goblet?
Use your eyes and come right back with it, understood?
Certainly. And they can get leeches there for free as well. And while he's there, a man can shave and take a you-know-what.
So what? Going to the baths is neither a civic duty nor a right.
Have you forgotten the Black Death? A great many people died needlessly.
Are you questioning God's plan? The Black Death had nothing to do with the baths, unless the Lord wishes to punish the wickedness that's going on
Nice.
there.
Keeping the city
Whose silver
clean is
might this be?
But we don't have money to spend. Arguing about who is going to wash where and how is a waste of time.
It's only a waste of time because we're always arguing about the same thing.
Not at all. If you finally admit that it's a trifle,
So, did you find it?
I did, Master Bailiff. Here it is.
Not so loud. Show it here. That's it. And now go back to your job.
Next, you'll want me to serve wine to everyone for free, too.
why not? In Jerome Nas's earthly paradise, everything would be free.
Don't put words in my mouth.
Gentlemen, let's agree to disagree. What if the king heard us?
I got word that Rutard has pulled off another deed.
That's nothing unusual. That old weasel will never accept that the city isn't run his way. At least until His Majesty honors us with his visit.
Hey, waiter!
And as
Pour
we
me
know,
some monastery wine.
Goslin absolutely hates him.
He can hate all he wants, as long as he does no damage. Ulrich, what have you got to say about it?
Me? Well, I'm not sure what you're implying.
Horseshit! You
Well,
know full well. Everybody knows. He wiped the floor with you.
Compose yourself, Adam, and stop drinking. The king might come any time now.
That's right. Let's not burden the anointed monarch with such...
Me? Compose myself? Tokai, me? And a full cup? I beg your pardon. I demand that
apologize,
you...
sir.
Ruhe!
Which wine?
Frank, please continue.
I'm speaking about the Rutard incident. You were there, weren't you?
Oh, that. Just a small misunderstanding. We've sorted it out and everything's
Sir?
settled.
My ears must be deceiving me. Are you defending Rutard? Besides, if his men attacked yours, as I've heard, then we have a good reason to punish him.
What happened there? Leave nothing out.
I don't like Rutard, true, but
I fancy
in this
some
case
Tokai.
it really was
Please,
nothing.
boy.
Everyone in the city gossiped about it. I heard there were several dead.
Did you? That's grossly exaggerated. I don't
Sir?
think Rutard will cause any trouble. He is sensible enough
Well,
not to
thank
draw
goodness.
attention to himself while the king is here.
That's true. Because if we don't do something about him, the king himself will put an end to him, and soon.
Unless he puts an end to us first. God knows what he wants to tell us.
If nothing happened, there's no point in dwelling on it. Let's move on.
Things have got out of order in the town. Some adventurers decided to take the law into their own hands and restore the tradition of duels. It's not only barbaric,
I did take wine tasting,
but also illegal.
I'm trying to make sure that I do not miss this order, though.
Students,
Waiter,
other
get me wine.
but city councillors.
Be specific, Forsuker. Are you blaming one of us?
Ah, and look who spoke first.
First of all, it wasn't a duel.
Don't hang around me.
It was supposed to be an honorable combat. And I didn't even take part in it.
And that's the only reason you're still here on the council and not in the pillory.
If you want to blame somebody, you should point the finger at the youngster here who's...
Excuse me?
Ah, hey, never mind.
A word!
I suspect the gentleman from the city's sword-fighting school brought this custom to us.
Refill,
Now
sir.
run
Do you
by
think
the
I come to the
German
council just to
men.
guzzle
Who
wine?
knows?
What can I help you with, sir?
I left my gloves in the chapel. I took them off to pray, but then I rushed here and forgot to take them. I can't just get up and walk out now. But if you disappear for a little while...
All right. I'll get them.
I knew I could count on you. While you're at it, count how many figures on the mural have wings.
But why?
Because I'm bored. And because I told you. Get on with it.
Ounce their own way. We'll soon be the laughing stock of the whole town.
You can rest assured the whole town was already laughing at us all day long. So what if there
That was
was
easy enough. And he wanted me to count the
My
winged
words
figures.
exactly. The town council is squabbling constantly at the Emperor Charles, and no one is left unscathed.
And you, a councillor, let people throw dirt on our work.
If I threw out everyone who complains over a beer, I'd soon be out of customers.
Ah, how with it. We'll never get anywhere like this. Why waste our time?
What did he want me to do? Count. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 plus-ish.
So, let's see what you've got for me.
I found your gloves, sir.
Really? Let's see them. And did you count those winged figures?
I counted 32, sir.
That many? It seems a few more angels must have descended from heaven. For a royal waiter, you don't have much of a
There was the eternal dispute over the cathedrals. The building of the church is dragging on, and in the meantime, they are calling diocesan pilgrimages to settlers, right under our noses. It's just a village with a monastery, and they are going to make a royal mining city. Why can't we build faster?
Waiter!
Hire more
What was the
craftsmen, start with
monastery
night shifts.
Because those so-called craftsmen are a band of parasites. You pay them, they come late, or report sick, and if they do come, their work is shit, and you have to pay someone else to put it right. It's a waste of time. I tell you,
I
a
really
waste
couldn't say.
of time.
Adam, I have a feeling I've spoken with you before, too. Or with someone who looks a hell of a lot like you.
Haven't you noticed there's a war going on? Are the experts from far off supposed to work in a city under siege?
Besides, I get the feeling there's something other than the welfare of the city behind your complaints.
Oh, you do? Do you? And what would that be?
Like, for instance,
Waiter,
that you'd
pour
like
me
to
red
have
wine.
your altar there?
So what if I would?
Hold your horses, gentlemen. That space in the side nave is mine.
Then hell freezes over, my friend. Your place is at least 2 steps behind mine.
A
It's
swordsmith
you.
dares to
I
insult
see
me?
you come up in the world.
Ah,
From a
I
bathhouse
think
boy
not.
to a waiter.
Excuse me.
You'll go a long
You
way.
wanted to buy yourself an altar in the cathedral, just like you bought yourself a seat in this council.
How dare you? I acquired my seat for the services our guild provided and still provides to the crown.
Well, I hope you're not supplying equipment to the army. If that's all
You
they
laugh,
have,
laugh.
they would be
A cup of
defeated
red.
by that bunch
I
of
don't
ne'er-do-wells from the alehouse on Obrig.
What ne'er-do-wells?
Those wrestlers of theirs, of course. People from the whole town go to watch them brawl.
Oh, this is news to me.
Thank you. Because it has all been sorted out. Not long ago, the guards raided and threw them all out.
Ah, yes, I had forgotten. What do we have to discuss next?
I'm telling you, something is being planned. Oh, I doubt it. No one's gonna tackle Rootard.
Arsenal Tütschegers, Elegio Katonaikat, Stelkinek Udra.
Look down, Henry.
You have nothing to fear. Not you.
Like this man of fights!
Wish they would have let me actually play that out. It wouldn't look like such a bitch.
Executioner. Said why are games so pricey these days?
Dude, I know, right? Apparently they're even saying that the new GTA may be like $100 baseline.
Come now, father. Put a little life into your dying. See more cheerful priests at funerals.
Executioner.
I'd rather be at one
Said
than
I
here.
believe it.
I hoped I'd never.
Honestly, I wouldn't be that mad. If it's supposed to be like what they say.
You have no idea. I didn't part ways with my father on entirely good terms. 20 years ago.
And now you're 2 decades older and wiser. At your Ujit's parish, you spread the word of God to your flock, and you saved my neck and Henry's too. I'd say your father should be proud of you.
None of that matters.
Did it at least look interesting enough for you to want to play?
Maybe that 20 years has changed a thing or two.
You know what? Let's drop the subject.
Like if I got it for my alt account or whatever.
Executioner. Said yeah, it looked cool.
Like if I got it for my alt account, would you want to play?
Executioner. Said looks exactly like World though.
Do you know any of the guests here?
Most of them I'm seeing for the first time in my life. It's a pretty varied company. We've had bandits, nobles, burghers, a priest, and even a rabbi coming together here. It's like the start of some joke.
Wait a moment. Rabbi, you say? The Kuttenberg rabbi?
Yeah. He came with a retinue. But for now, they keep it mostly to themselves. Maybe you should go and welcome some of them.
Said I did enjoy
After
the game.
all,
I
this
am
used to be
wait
your
till
home.
that price comes down though.
And you're a spiritual man too, so you should have something
That's what I
in
was just
common.
saying is like, I know you probably want the achievements and everything else for your own account for it. That makes sense. But, he said, I could technically get 2 copies, one for my main and one for my alt, if you want to play on the other one.
Been everywhere, knows everything, and has the keys to half the kingdom. He's got more fairy tales than my old nanny.
Can he be trusted?
He's a blabbermouth, but a harmless one. Besides, he defended Kuttenberg, and you know how that went. If he were on Sigismund's side, he'd hardly have been locked up with me.
Executioner. Said I am AC if the demo is out.
Yeah, see if you like it for... What is it? I don't really care.
Me. I'd rather creep off into some corner with a full wineskin. But I suppose I'll have to introduce myself to the rest of the guests, eh?
Indeed you should. After all, you are one of the lords of Rabosh.
Oh, don't start with that. I like to steer clear of the old man as long as I can.
In that case, you should sound out Radzig and Hanush and find out what they're actually planning.
I mean, it's still a monster hunter, so it's gonna be pretty still similar to like the other monster hunters. I mean, but like the last Monster Hunter was made in 2018.
Greetings to you.
Such rare guests. One wouldn't expect to find among Christians representatives of your community. I'm going.
Executioner.
My greetings
Said
to you.
have you ever played a
Peace
Monster Hunter
be
game?
with you. Neither would one expect a priest.
The last one I played
And
was...
yet,
how do you know I'm a priest?
It's not difficult to tell. After all, we have much in common. And we are both a little on unfamiliar ground.
Monster
here.
Hunter Freedom.
I'm Yehuda, leader of the rabbinical court in the sacred community of Gutenberg. And this is Samuel, my aide.
Who would rather not be here at all. Said what's that Nintendo
Why did
DS?
we have to come here, Sadie? Can you not see everyone is staring at us?
It was for
Because
the
we all
PSP.
need to help each other in this time of need. And why would they not stare when you are frowning so?
Said dang. Executioner.
Are you here to
Said so
arrange
like.
some trade?
We have
205,
more
yeah.
serious matters to attend to here than gaining a few groschen. The situation in the town and the kingdom is unsustainable. The whole land is on the brink of
Said I remember
destruction.
those days.
You have men and weapons. We have
Dude, I
the
thought that
means
like
to sustain
the
them.
PSP was awesome.
Why are you
I mean,
telling this to a Koimer?
that one
wanted
like
to
the
deliver what we
PSP,
brought
I
to
feel
the
like
market
kind of
and
set
quickly
the
leave.
Everything in good
handheld
time,
gaming
Samuel.
like.
We have just arrived.
I mean, granted, the
after
Game Boy
all.
was what we had before, and
Did you
then
come
when
to
the
lend
PSP
money
came
to the
out,
lords?
Not
PSP
to
is
lend,
the thing to
but
get if
to
you were
give.
cool.
yeah, I mean,
Help
like
given to the
everybody had a
needy
Game
is
Boy, right?
repaid only by God.
Well,
You don't even know if you can trust
the
them.
PSP
With that money,
was
we
just
could have
like
paid mercenaries
first time you actually get
ourselves.
to like play
You remind me of my young friend Henry.
good
He's a
style
bit
of
a
games
hothead,
on
too.
like a
Henry.
mobile platform.
That messenger of Radzig Copula.
You know each other.
And then the
Both around
PSP,
the
I
same
even had the
age.
PSP.
That would be him. But we did not get off to a very
Let's
good
see,
start.
what was it like? The Go or yeah, the Go. I even had the one where you slid it up.
Executioner. Said I had the go that slides up.
Yeah. So I had the original one for it, and then I had the go. The go was actually like really cool, except for the buttons would kind of wear out on. Like, if you were playing it hard, because like whenever you slid it up, it was only like a piece of like the controller was like super thin, and so like after a while, like I could feel like one, I'm very bad about pressing my buttons too hard.
Said yeah, but you button mash.
Yeah, and in 2005, sure as hell was button mashing.
Well, maybe you'll get to know each other better. He should be coming here later, by the way. For a young stripling.
But like I've always been really bad about.
It's not so long since his parents were killed.
Like if I get a hold of a controller,
you're supposed to be.
I don't mean to, but it's like you know the people that like grip their pencil too hard that it breaks every single time. It's like me when I get a hold of a controller. Like I get a hold of it and I like death grip onto it. I don't know why.
Did you know anyone there?
I knew of someone.
A blacksmith by the name of Martin.
My daughter knew him most.
That's also, I mean, like,
and that is why Samuel is.
I've probably bought. Technically now, my sister. This is what she like will get me like basically for Christmas each year. She'll like give me a new mouse or whatever because I have gone through.
The best.
Why? He should have taken care of me, but instead he fathered another bastard.
Maybe 9. Maybe I've totally had 9 of them.
As far as I know,
Executioner.
Martin didn't have
Said
any
she
other
already
children.
knows.
Well, it's more of like.
At least none of his own.
Said haha.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like she probably knows that I break them for it, but it's.
On the orders of the Lord of Skalitz.
Sometimes like the buttons like won't. Especially when I was like playing Diablo a lot.
I don't care if you took care
These
of 20
like
other Mamsas.
1, 2, and 3 buttons would start to like. They just didn't feel as tight.
To you.
A person can't choose their parents.
No,
Henry
I
only
mean,
found out about it
Morgan probably doesn't know that. Like, I mean, she knows that I'm really hard on controllers.
Will you have one too?
Now she's happy that I'm not as stupid as I was when I was younger. I mean, I used to like if I get mad at a game or whatever, I took it out on that controller.
Good health.
L'chaim.
Executioner. Said oh gosh, did you throw your controllers?
No, I was real bad about the hammer. I'd grab a hold of the portion of it, so one would always bust like here. I'd be like, boom, boom.
Executioner. Said dang brew lol, that's even worse.
I know. And I had to, it would be like, I had to be at a real like tipping peak. I mean, there's only one time that like, when I was playing World of Warcraft, let me see if I can show you a little. There it is right there. You see the drywall patch?
Executioner. Said I see it.
So, I feel like Mex, you probably have actually.
Executioner. Said still not painted to this day.
No, I used to have a poster hanging over it. I had the Thunder Girls calendar hanging over it. But, yeah, no, that one. So, like, you probably were, like, remember maybe my early day streams where I had the window right behind me. Basically, when my desk was over in that corner. Maybe not. I feel like it's been now a while now since I've changed it, but.
Executioner. Said probably not, I'm usually high.
Good to see you, friend. Jesus Christ be praised.
But. No, there was a World of Warcraft raid, and I mean, bad thing about like WoW was like I was pretty good at that one, and that one was more of I've played WoW like a lot. Like I played back in vanilla, which when the game came out in like 2004, I played for like 4 or 5 years, and then I started playing. Let me look back. So 2004 to Wrath of Lich King.
Executioner. Said OCU played during the Golden Ages.
Yeah, so I had Wrath of Lich King, and so that one was so from 2004. I played from 2004 to 2000, like probably 9.
Executioner. Said I only played during Cataclysm and Mob.
And then I played Battle for
Executioner.
Legion.
Said so you played Burning Crusades. Executioner. Said Wrath or the Lich King.
No, so it's like I played vanilla to Wrath of the Lich King. So like it goes vanilla, Burning Crusades, Wrath of the Lich King, and then it went whenever Mist of Pandora was getting ready to come out. I basically was getting like in the junior high, and I was not real happy about the pandas. And
What's the hold up?
so, and then I came back and really started playing WoW again in 2016. That's actually probably my favorite expansion still to this day. Wrath of the, or not, it was Legion. And then I played Legion. Let me see, what is...
I'll drink to that.
I played from 2016 to... Shadowlands, 2020. Honestly, I could even like you can still probably go back and find my WoW characters. Like if you go to Raider.io and that kind of stuff.
Good health to you, sir. I'm Godwin, a friend of that lad you arrived with.
Because I was pushing like
we don't know each other.
I think I was like the highest key that I did was maybe like
the last of my life.
25 or 26.
A traveler, a strategist, and also
I also had a paid PvP coach. That was.
Isn't that exhausting?
MVP was probably
and
like.
I'm glad to meet a new friend.
Within the top 20 of the world. He was a guy from Scotland, big old rugby dude.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Baron. I knew right away we'd hit it off.
It reminds me a lot of like but like more of a mild mannered in a sense. But also he ripped my ass if we'd like lose for it. Now like with him, because he was playing a healer, and I was trying to get more involved with PvP, and granted we did a lot of coaching sessions for it, and I ended up being, I was 23rd, and I don't remember which season it was, but it was like, I was 23rd in the world for Affliction Warlocks and 2s. Oh, but like, I could only imagine